again, Sarvamangala Mangalye, Shive Sarvartha Sadike, Sharanye Triambake Devi, Narayani Namostute. Greetings to all on the occasion of Navaratri. And there is in Durga Soorkta, there is a mantra, Vishvaani Durga-Haa Jaatavedah Sindhum Nava Durita-Ati-Parshi. We rely on so many things, so many people for sailing us across. We bank on so many people to help us sail across the life. We socializing, in the name of socializing, we depend on so many people. What Durga Soorkta is talking about, everyone is like a boat with a hole in that one. They themselves are sinking and we are trying to board their boat. And so we are getting toppled sooner or later, getting drowned. This Durga Soorkta says, this God's name is such that Nava, Sindhum, that life is very tough. However, whoever is that one, it's we have to cross through the big ocean, heavy tides. We need a strong boat. It won't topple us down, it won't sink us and drown us. That type of boat we want, that is the God's name. You have to bank on the God's name that will sail you across your life. And Navaratri, there are Nava means 9. 9 is the single highest digit. Speciality of 9 is a single highest digit. Nava means renew, fresh, vigor. Like in the southern hemisphere, this is springtime. It's everything is blossoming, everything is fresh. New twigs are coming, new flowers are there, freshness. Nava means fresh. And Ava means protection. Avatu mam, avatu vaktaram. Ava means no protection. No protection for those who don't resort to the Supreme Lord. Only God is the sure protection. Everything, all protection, all insurance I have, minus God, there is no protection. You need the protection, Ava. You won't get any protection from anybody else. To get that one, you have to resort to the God. There are two Navaratris according to Indian calendar. One comes in the spring, Vasanta ruthu, Chaitra mas. It is leading up to advent of Bhagavan Ramachandra. Navaratri is celebrated. Navaratri leading up to that is for celebrated to get the grace of the Purusha. Another one comes now. This is in Sharad ruthu. Sharad ruthu. Ruthu is it is in northern hemisphere. It's autumn. Autumn in the 7th month. First one is in the 1st month, Chaitra mas. This is in the 7th month. 7th month Ashvayuja mas. In the month of Ashvayuja, this comes. This Ashvayuja masa. It is called as Sharan Navaratri. This is called as Sharan Navaratri. Sharan Navaratri, it comes now. And this Navaratri, it is worshipping the Prakriti. That one is worshipping the Purusha. This is worshipping the Prakriti. Prakriti and Purusha. The Prakriti means nature. Worshipping the nature, and other one is worshipping the Purusha, the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord, and it is saying that the Prakriti gives a platform for all the jivas to evolve and unfoldment happens and move towards the Parama Purusha. Parama Purusha is Para Vasudeva. Para Vasudeva, Prakriti gives a platform for all jivas to evolve. And the Navaratri celebration, it talks about this Prakriti. It is talking about worshipping the God alone is not enough. You have a responsibility to look after the nature also. One who is worshipping only the God, discounting the nature, his creation, and there is no evolvement in that person. You have to seek the Lord along with his creation. Along with his creation, you have to worship the Lord. You have to revere his creation. His creation, we have to respect earth, water, fire, air, ether, our birds, other living beings, other animals. We have to respect that one. And we have to go beyond the place of worship to invoke the grace, our full unfoldment. We may think only my place of worship is important, I am not worried about other things. This Navaratri is saying that it's a Prakriti. Nature, you have to respect that one. You have to respect that one, not only the Purusha. You have an obligation to respect the God's creation also. Navaratri is talking about your duty is not confined only to the prayer room. You have an obligation to the wider world. It is talking about that one. And in Navaratri, this concept of worshipping the nature, it is beautifully brought out in Bhagavad Gita in the 7th chapter. We talked about Bhumirapo analo vayuhu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti ashtada. This lower Prakriti, there are two types of Prakriti. Lower Prakriti made up of earth element, water, fire, air, ether, and mana, buddhi and ahankara. It gives a platform for us to play the game. Lower Prakriti. And higher than that one, it is talk apare yamitastvanyam prakritim vidhime param jivabhutam mahabaho edham daryate jagat. Not only the lower Prakriti, the higher Prakriti up to Brahma are under the sway of the higher Prakriti. Not only the lower Prakriti, you cannot escape the Prakriti. You can't say that I'm not worried about the Prakriti. You are up to Brahma, they are in the sway of the higher Prakriti. The higher energy, and the further Shri Krishna talks about etad yonini bhutani sarvani tyapadaraya aham krishnasya jagata prabhava pralayastata. Etad yonini, Shri Krishna says, the Purusha, he utilizes this Prakriti as a means to create the world, sustain the world, dissolve the world. He uses this one. It is a tool of Parama Purusha. When it is a tool of Parama Purusha, we have to respect that one also. That he uses this one as a tool for his the evaluation. And in the 7th chapter, he talks about Tribirgune maye bhave yebi sarva idam jagat mohitam nabhijanati mamebhya paramavyayam. The three gunas, the Prakriti, how it is important, where we may not know. Shri Krishna says everyone is bound by this Prakriti. In the form of three gunas, everyone is bound. Tribir Guna, Maye Maye. It is my own Maya. Maya means not the meaning of the trick. Maya means Mahima. It is my greatness. How I trap everything. In Srimad Bhagavatam also, it talks about Durvasa when he was upset with Ambarisha and he wanted to kill Ambarisha. Sudarshana, he was under the protection of Lord, and I will talk about that story. And he went to Shiva also. He ran to Brahma. Brahma said, sorry, I can't help you. And he went to Shiva, and he also said, sorry, I can't help you. You myself, my father, Chaturmukha Brahma, Marichi or Bhrigu Rishi, Narada, other rishis, other Siddha Purushas, everyone under the sway of Prakriti, under the sway of the Lord. We can't do anything. We are under the sway of that one. We cannot escape. That is what Sri Krishna is talking about. Tribir Guna Maye Bhave. These three gunas binds ebai maye yebi sarva idam jagat mohitam nabhijanati mamebhya. Because of the not awareness, they get trapped. Mohitam na abhijanati mamebhya. They don't realize my highest nature. Para Vasudeva. I am higher than the Purusha. Para Purusha. I am the higher Purusha, and in the 13th chapter it is talking about idam shariram kaunteya kshetra mityabhideyate etadyevayo vetitam prahum kshetrajnam iti tadvidaham. Shri Krishna is talking about the whole idam shariram. The soul needs a place to play. That first field is this body. This soul can feel through the hand, can walk through this leg, can see through the eyes, can hear through the ears, talk through the mouth. This is the first Prakriti field. The higher than another field, whole world is a field for us to play the game. For us to play the game, suppose if I am imprisoned for life and confined to a small chamber, my Prakriti is not opened. I can't play the game, my doors are shut. The whole world, Shri Krishna says, the Prakriti has given in front of us so that we can play the game of our life. The field is called as Prakriti. And Prakriti is the field where we can where we can play the game. Higher than who knows this field? What field? Why I am in Melbourne? I don't know why I am in Melbourne. Why I am working in this company? I don't know why I am working in this company. These, I don't know. These are the fields have opened in front of me. Shri Krishna says, I know everyone's field and everyone's opportunities in front. I know in totality. And etadyo vetitam prahu kshetrajnam iti tadvidaham. I am the kshetrajna, knower of all fields. Knower, I know the Prakriti, why it has put in front of you. Why you are working for this company? Why are you doing this one? Why are you here? This Prakriti has opened up. I don't know. I may be going to the astrologer. Astrologer may look at my kundali. He may or she may say something, but they will give only limited information. In totality, Shri Krishna says, I know that one in totality. Oh, everyone's field, everyone's Prakriti I know. We go to the Ayurveda doctor, they diagnose the body based on the Prakriti. Vata Prakriti, Pitta Prakriti or Kapha Prakriti, that our constitution we have to depend on the doctor. This is one Prakriti, outside Prakriti. I know all Prakritis in totality. The Parama Purusha, what it is talking about, the Parama Purusha, the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna, it's beyond the creation, avyakta. Avyakta, it is not revealed. The Parama Purusha, Para Vasudeva, he expresses himself, comes down, and he takes a portfolio of Vishnu. Vishnu takes the responsibility of creation. And he enters into Brahma and looks after the creation. He enters into Shiva, he looks after the destruction. Beyond that, the Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva, they look after the three portfolios. This Vishnu, to sustain, we need the resource. We need the resource that is, he is wedded to Lakshmi. Lakshmi is a resourceful person. Shiva, to destroy, he needs the energy. The energy he gets from the Parvati. Brahma, to create, he needs the creativity. He is wedded to Saraswati for creativity. So, Brahma and Saraswati, they go together. Vishnu and Lakshmi go together. Shiva and Parvati go together. They are not separable. So, that is why Shiva and Parvati, Brahma and Saraswati, Vishnu and Lakshmi are called as Ardhanarishwara. They are Ardhanarishwara. They need the energy. Brahma needs the energy, creativity, that energy. Vishnu needs the energy to sustain, that is the energy part, Lakshmi. And Shiva needs the energy, that part is Parvati. This energy is called as Shakti. The Shakti is needed, and the Shakti part. And that Shakti, it is also called as the Guna. The Shakti, they need a Guna. Brahma is to create, to get into action, he needs the creativity, Rajasic Guna he needs to have. Vishnu, to sustain, very calmly sustain, he needs to have Sattvic Guna. Shiva, to destroy, he needs Tamo Guna. It is not, Shiva is not Tamasic. Brahma is not Rajasic. They are all Sattvic, but they have to look after this portfolio, this chamber. They are looking after, they are not Tamasic, but that Guna they get from the Shakti, Tamo Guna from Parvati, Sattvic Guna from Lakshmi, and Saraswati, Rajo Guna. These three gunas, they get Guna are called as Shakti. The Shakti, these Guna, three Guna, Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic Guna, these three Gunas binds everyone. But for Brahma and Shiva, only mainly predominantly one Gunas, and Vishnu only Guna. For us, we are bound by all three Gunas. We feel helpless. I want to do, but I am not able to do. We are bound. We don't have we don't have power to do that one. In the Prakriti, the jiva, the guna, this Prakriti and Purusha are there in the body also. The Purusha and Prakriti are there in the body also. The Prakriti the Prakriti and Purusha. The Prakriti is the jiva. Jiva is like a seed. It cannot evolve by itself. The jiva cannot evolve by itself. It needs a energy, that Shakti within to evolve. That energy where it is getting from the Shakti, it is getting the energy. The jiva is like a seed. The purpose of life, the seed in us must sprout, evolve and blossom. If it is not blossoming, if it is coming as a seed and finishing the game as a seed, purpose of life is wasted. The life has to evolve. For that, the Prakriti comes in aid. The Prakriti, the Shakti is there. The Shakti is called as dormant energy. Dormant energy, that is called as Kundalini Shakti. In every one of us, yoga is predominantly talking about that Kundalini Shakti. I talked about Shakti in Shiva, in Vishnu and and Brahma. This Shakti, the Kundalini Shakti. Kundalini Shakti, in us also, there is a energy is dormant. We have to awaken this energy. As it starts evolving, it has to pierce through the first 5 lower chakras. The Lalita Sahasranama talks about Pancha Preta Manchadi Shayani. It is talking, Lalita Sahasranama, it is talking about Pancha Preta Manchadi Shayani. This Shakti, it has to pierce through Pancha Pretas. Pancha Pretas, Pancha Preta, Preta means the Pancha Bhutas. It is talking about Pancha Bhutas. In Shakta Sampradaya, it is talking about the 5 chakras. They are calling as the Muladhara chakra, they are calling it as Brahma. Swadhisthana chakra, they are calling it as Vishnu. And Manipura chakra, they are calling as Rudra. Anahata chakra, they are calling as Shiva. And Akasha Tattva, Vishuddha chakra, they are calling as Sadashiva. They are talking about that one. Pancha Preta Manchadi Shayani. This energy in us has to pierce through Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Shiva and Sadashiva and go beyond. What is the significance of this name? Brahma means heavy. Brahma means big. Of all gross elements, earth is the biggest, heaviest. That is why earth is called as Brahma. It is talking about Panchabhuta. And higher than that one, the Vishnu, Swadhisthana chakra, Vishnu means pervasive, all pervasive. Vishnu means Vishati, Pravishati, one who pervades everywhere. Water can pervade. In earth, 2/3 of the earth is covered by water. It's a pervasiveness. Pervasiveness is there in Vishnu. It is talking about, it is the mystic message. In Shastra, when you read the Shastra, you should know the different meaning. Mystic meaning, as you read by literal meaning, in the Veda Vyasa also says, if you are trying to understand the Shastra by the literal name, it may be leading you to the hell. You should know the mystic meaning. Vishnu means pervasive. It has to pierce through the water element. Further up, it is talking about it has to pierce through Rudra. Rudra means one who makes you to cry. The fire, if you touch it, burns. It makes you to cry. It's a fire is called as by the name of Rudra. And further up, and it is talking about Shiva. Air element is called as Shiva. means purifier, sanctifier. If I am going through a sewage plant, it's stinking. But if there is a breeze is there, all bad odor has gone. Air is the purifier. That is why it is called as Shiva. And further up here, Akasha Tattva, Sada Shiva, never can get contaminated. Always pure. That is here, ether. Ether is Sada Shiva. This, what is talking about Shakti. Shakti has to pierce through Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Shiva, Sada Shiva, meaning it has to pierce through earth element, water element, fire element, air element, and ether element, and has to go up. It has to go up. Where it has to go, this is called as Ajna Chakra. Ajna Chakra, if you look at the picture of all divine beings are represented with the third eye. Third eye indicates this Ajna Chakra. Jnana has opened up. Intuition center has opened up. The Shakti has traveled. They can think beyond the square, out of box. The intuition, Spurana happens. What it is not, it's a mystery for us. For them, it is an open book. This is the Ajna Chakra. The Shakti, the Kundalini Shakti, when it is further goes up to the Sahasrara Chakra, this Prakriti, this Shakti is elevating the jivas, blossoming happens, complete blossoming happens here. The purpose of life, the seed is a blossoming. When it is elevated to Sahasrara Chakra, it gets merged with the Parama Purusha. Parama Purusha. The Shakti's role is, it's like a mother so concerned about the child's wellness. The mother wants the child to evolve, not to squander the life. We may get impediments, hurdles when life comes. It is saying that try again, like Aishanya goes to Kumon class, and if the maths, the question is very hard, teacher will be saying try again. Why problem comes? Not to give up. If you give up, so you haven't learnt in your life. Challenges comes in our life, not to give up. Keep on trying, the door will open. And the door will open by praying to the Prakriti alone. You won't get any relief from that one. It is, you have to pray to the Supreme Lord. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarva idam protam sutre manigana iva Tribirguna maye bhave yebi sarva idam jagat mohitam na bijanati mamebhya paramavyayam. I am the highest. By resorting Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva ye prapadyante Maya yetam tarantite. The message, it is Bhagavan Shri Krishna is talking about my Maya, Devi, Prakriti. It is according to my wish, it is operating. The field, what you get, she can't take a decision by herself. I am a Parama Purusha. According to my will, it is working. Devi Hesha Gunamayi, that is Guna. Rope, that is my rope. Mameva ye prapadyante. By praying to the rope, you won't get released. By worshipping, in the beginning I said, by worshipping the nature alone, you won't get liberated. I am an environmentalist. I plant trees. I look after the dogs, cats and birds. By doing alone, you won't get released. You have to have an attitude of gratitude, surrender to the Supreme Lord. You have to surrender to the Supreme Lord. At the same time, I mentioned not to forego, I am not confined only to the Supreme God. I don't care about nature. Earth is going through SOS. We are in crisis. We are in red alert is there. Earth, survival of the earth itself is at stake now across the world, and everyone has an obligation to live their life very gently. Earth is in crisis across the world. Not anyone is, no country is spared. Everyone is affected one way or the other. That nature we have to look after. At the same time, only focusing on nature, forgetting about the Supreme Lord under whom this nature also is there, it won't help. It says, Mameva ye prapadyante. By surrendering to me alone, one gets unshackled from life. You have to surrender. When it is evolved higher, the higher than that one, it gets the soul, the jiva need not have to come down, gets the purpose, the full blossoming of the personality happens. When it happens, what happens in the Mundaka Upanishad and Shweta Ashvatara Upanishads, they talk about Yatha Nadya Syandamana Samudre Astam Gachanti Namarupa Vihaya Tata Vidvan Amritam Vimukta Parat Param Purusha Mupaiti Divyam Tata Vidvan Namarupa Vimukta Parat Param Purusha Mupaiti Divyam. It is talking about like when river enters the ocean. Yatha Nadya Syandamano Samudre Astam Gachanti Nama Rupa Vihaya. When rivers enters the ocean, how it gets merged. So is when its soul is elevated here, Tata Vidvan Nama Rupa Vimukta. When it is evolved, until here I am so upset. If somebody calls me by a wrong name and accuses me, criticizes me, I am so hung up on my name and form. Why did you call my name? That I am so upset if somebody, my boss blames me. You Rajendra, you are useless. I associate only with my name, Rajendra. But why that name my father gave when I was born. Before that I did not have a name. And that name I did not have before. The name has come now. And Vinaya, that baby is born, Vinay, and he did not have a name. His parents weren't named after 1 week or 1 month. And name was not there. They called your, and I started thinking, I am Vinay. Anybody says Vinay, I get attentive. And not to get hung up on your name. That it becomes very egoistic. Many people in the award ceremony also, they say they should be told all their qualification got to be mentioned in the speech, in the banner, everything should be there. If my doctor name is not there, I am very upset. I should be there, all my qualification, all my designation should be there. I am so hung up on that one. Tata Vidvan Nama Rupa Vimukta Parat Param. You won't be concerned about your silly name. Your name, and beyond that one, you are so happy in your deep sleep. People may be calling you, but I don't know. I am happily sleeping. That why I am so happy in deep sleep, why I am getting upset for silly things in my life. It says, when you start evolving yourself, you won't be hung up on silly things in your life. When it happens, that is the freedom for you. The freedom, the yoga is talking about the freedom in your life. We have to discover freedom in our life, how to discover and not to hung up this, why I am so upset because of the Tribir Guna. Gunas have bound me. 3 gunas. Sometimes I am very lethargic in nature, always in a day, always I am on the couch. 20 hours I am on the couch. Lazy, lethargy. Sometimes I am very dynamic, Rajoguna. Sometimes I am very calm and serene. That it's 3 gunas are there, and in the Shastras also talking about use the Rajoguna dynamism to come out of your laziness. Be active. Be active in your life. If you are so lazy, sleeping 20 hours a day, 15 hours a day, that solution is come out of the Rajoguna, come out of the Tamoguna, become very dynamic. Never be idle in your life. Time is precious, not to squander your life. Not to squander your life, and be dynamic. Be creative. The Swamiji, he was talking about the India at the time of independence, because of the onslaught of invasion and the other rules. Indians, they lost the dynamism. They became very dull, tamoguna. And to justify their tamoguna, they used to say, it is all God's name. God is looking after. It is justifying my tamoguna in the name of God. In the name of God, I am justifying. India had become very dull. Very dull, and now India is coming out. Rajoguna has taken out. Rajoguna, it is becoming dynamic. Activity is there. Everyone wants to be rich. I want to earn. I want to prosper. The Rajoguna has taken over. First Tamoguna, from the Tamas, Rajoguna has come out. And when the Rajoguna is there, very dynamic, always like a child with attention problem, always running around. Parents will be telling, you are running around so much, please sit down. Please sit down. And now you have to calm down. Satvik is very calm, and Tamasic also from outside looks very calm. You can't equate the Sattvic Guna, very calm person, hardly does anything. And lazy person also very calm, always on the couch. You can't say both are same. Both are same, and Sattvic calmness may be sitting in meditation for 1 hour, 2 hours, very calm. That mind has become very calm, very calm. Where is Tamo Guna, you can't equate the Tamo Guna with Sattvic Guna. Though from outside looks the same, Sattvic, from Sattvic Guna, that the prosperity happens. Why? The sustainability. I was thinking for England, for example, or Europe, every year they used to get a lot of rain in spring and summer. This year, no rain. No rain. So the farmers, all whatever they had, very prosperous country, one season they could not withstand. Passed out. We think we are so prosperous, in one season it broke their backbone. We think we are so prosperous, one problem will break our back. What is sustaining? What is sustaining, for example, India, what is sustaining? The sustaining is the Sattva Guna. Sattva Guna, many rishis, sattvic people, they are meditating. That energy is not a time bound, one season or 1 year. How it is sustaining? The sustaining because of the presence of those people around us. Because of that, that country is flourishing. You can't say person is meditating, such a waste of time. That person is not contributing enough. The house is sustaining because of that person. The community is sustained because of that person. Country is sustained because of that sattvic. If dynamism, we have seen how the dynamism, Western dynamism, one season there is no oil from Russia coming. The European countries have gone into knees. They are on the knees. One oil, that one change in the situation, it is wrecking. What sustains is the sattvic guna. The energy has to awaken. It is Navaratri is talking about. It is not a 9-day celebration, and our Anandji and Prabhaji, they have invited. It is not talk and have a meal and go. It is not that one. It is reminding that it's not a 9-day affair. Nava, as I mentioned, renew. You must get a renewed commitment in your life, so that you will move away from tamo guna, you will move away from sattvic rajo guna, you will establish yourself in sattvic guna. In the sattvic guna, the Supreme Lord will elevate the door, make the door, the guna is binding us. When you surrender to the Supreme Lord, being established in sattvic guna, the guna, Lakshmi Tattva, Prakriti, the Shakti can no longer tie you down. Since you are surrendered to the Supreme Lord, it becomes helpless because we are surrendered to the Supreme Lord. We are established in sattvic guna. The Supreme Lord, by his he makes the Prakriti not to bind us down. The Navaratri celebration, it's a though we are praying to the Shakti, Prakriti, in fact we are praying to the Shakti, Purusha and Prakriti together, along with them, higher than the Purusha and Prakriti, the Parama Purusha. Navaratri is an occasion, Vasudeva, Parama Purusha, he is Avyakta. From there, he operates through the Shiva Shakti, Brahma Shakti, Vishnu Shakti, and beyond that one, Vasudeva. We are offering our gratitude for giving us a platform for evolving. Whatever is the situation, we have to work hard and make our surroundings better, and always think of the Supreme Lord. How I can contribute, enrich the community. My life should enrich myself and enrich the community. How I can do when I'm always thinking positive, thinking good. In the yoga retreat, I talked about you are what you think. We demonstrated also, when you are doing that one, that you will evolve beyond the shackle, limited existence, to you will experience the freedom. This is the message for Navaratri. Now I will open the door for question and answer. If time still permits, we'll do some sadhana.